Omori is one of the most critically acclaimed games in all of history, often compared to Undertale, which is my favorite story game of all time. And man, it did not disappoint. But wait a minute, I thought it was the worst game I have ever played. Yeah, because it did this to me. And it all started here. Immediately, I'm introduced to the mind of Omori, and it wasn't a good feeling. After meeting some characters, Mari, Hiro, Kel, Aubrey, and finally, Basil. Seeing how much nicer the tone has gotten, I'm thinking that life's good. Everyone loves each other, we're all hanging out, and this song. We have some fun playing games, and boom, I'm in my first boss fight. The mechanics were kind of hard to get used to at first, but I really liked how much depth there was. But I beat the big guy, and shit starts to get serious again. We're on our way to Basil's house, and no, that can't be. Oh no, what's about to happen? Mari. That was the beginning of the end. Shit like this started happening. Tragically, that's like the only way we could wake up and enter the real world as Sunny, which was really cool. It kind of reminded me of Deltarune. Omori is drowning in darkness. He has to work through it and face his fears. These boss fights were amazing. They symbolize so many people's internal struggles perfectly. It turns out that the white space we were in at the beginning is kind of like a neutral zone. It isn't dreamland or real life. It's the space in between. Omori meets up with the goat, Mari, and the game officially begins. The journey to save Basil. Turns out he went missing after whatever the fuck this was. I end up in a new area called Otherworld. Here we meet this guy, who's a henchman for Special Captain Spaceboy. For some reason, instead of trying to find Basil, we decide to help this guy. So everyone goes to a junkyard where we meet the Kool-Aid Man. He gives us the ability to revive ourselves after beating our asses. He genuinely might be the strongest person in the game. Omori finally finds the special mixtape to wake up the captain. But this little gremlin, Rosa, is trying to keep the tape all for herself. I tried beating her ass, but this random boss appeared, only to never show up again. It made no sense. But before I gave the tape back, we ran into the greatest character to ever live. Oh shit. Pluto is my goat. The captain finally wakes up, but is pissed. With the first official boss fight, the entire atmosphere changed. It was fucking awesome. But after we destroy him, his schizophrenia kicks in and we get to see his other personality, his good side. Serious? But guess what? Not even 2 minutes later, we're back to the pain and agony simulator, where we're all alone, walking through a forest, thinking of old memories, until we walk into a random barn. Is it my family? Oh shit. Sheet music on the music stand. All the notes have been scribbled out. Happy family. Oh! The parents just got crossed off. Back in the real world, it turns out our buddy Kel wants to hang out. To Sunny, this would be his first time seeing him in years. We go exploring and everything looks beautiful, like a small, cozy town. There's even references to the characters in our dreams, until we meet them. And her. Aubrey is completely different now. It's so bad they get into a fight. I mean, just look at what happens. We use the knife on her. Sunny doesn't give a fuck. And this all happened because Aubrey was bullying Basil, which wasn't cool. We take Basil back to his house just to find out Aubrey stole his photo album. The photo album is mentioned a good amount before this. It means a lot to Basil and everyone. So we confront Aubrey about it, who happens to be in a church enjoying mass. And it's here we find out. You can't really tell, but I was in a deep pain knowing this happened. Aubrey gets really mad and decides to fight in a church. But to be honest, Omori and Kel kind of brought this upon themselves. Newsflash, we got our asses beat. Aubrey goes home and throws the photo album out, but we take it from the trash and give it back to Basil. Everything's all sunshine and rainbows, but you already know nothing good in this game can last forever. Because we follow Basil into the bathroom. Pause. Yo. No, we can't leave. Wait, please don't leave me. Not again. Yeah, I had no idea that we would actually just leave him there in an obvious cry for help. That genuinely made me sick to my stomach because I thought I made that decision. Even Kel didn't get a response. And the pain doesn't stop there. We go back home and it just gets worse. We see Mari as a ghost, which sends Omori into a panic. Luckily, he gets a hold of himself and goes to bed. The gang gets back together and we continue on our journey. There's some little sprouts who give us some tickets to a famous show from their cold dead bodies. To get there, the guys have to go through a very creepy forest, kind of like from Pokemon. It's the home of all the little sprouts. Little did I know that I was about to see a man get disintegrated by lightning in front of my very eyes, and no one cared. But they did care about the power going out, so guess who they sent to fix it? We got it back up, and they asked Hero to replace the man they just watched die. The show turns out to be like Love Island. This woman named Sweetheart, who really needs some dick, was actually with Space Boyfriend and broke up with him. The show goes on and we learn that she has a dungeon. I'm telling y'all, she's too freaked out. We get sent there because Hero doesn't want her and she gets really mad. For some reason, they leave the doors unlocked, so that wasn't too bad. The castle we end up in though was huge. Our goal was simple: escape. That turned out to be much harder than it sounds. I had to make a cake with instructions from a guy who thought eggs were ping pong balls. After that, we had to kick people out that weren't wearing pink. And finally, I had to break a giant statue of Space Boyfriend in Sweetheart's room because she did break up with him after all. I was able to escape through a trap door. This led to an underground tunnel, unfortunately taking me back to where we started. Except this time, Sweetheart already chose her husband, herself, and laughs hysterically about it. This bitch is crazy. Aubrey feels bad for her, so she speaks up and rejects the whole thing. Sweetheart gets mad again, and we are forced into one of the most difficult boss fights in the game. And I'm not gonna lie, this part right here kind of took away the magic from the game. Mainly because I had to go back and grind levels for hours. But to be fair, the music in this was amazing. It made the whole thing worth it. When I finally defeated her, Space Boyfriend crashed the place and declared his love for her, basically making everything we've done up until this point useless. And what do you know? Shit immediately starts getting scary again. Man, I really took those joyous times for granted. The library we were in was a small section, once again going through memories, where some are blanked out. But I assume it's about Omori and Mari. It's actually pretty wholesome. I thought it would be way scary. But Basil, yo! Beautiful music. What? Kel's mom sends us on an errand run to get a bunch of stuff for the return of Hero, who's in college now. That's not bad, until we hear screams from the forest. Aubrey is bullying Basil again. So we intervene and once again get our asses handed to us. We couldn't beat a single girl. I don't know what made us think we were gonna take on an entire group. Somehow, it doesn't stop there. Even though she won, Kel talked some sense into her and she was furious. She hates Basil, which led to— Basil, what you doing? And you're the worst. How dare you still show your face to me after what you did? Get away from me. Oh shit! Basil! We rush in to help her, and the game turns a good deed into another life lesson. But this time, it was beautiful. I really liked this scene. It was a great way to reintroduce Hero too. Everyone's pissed at Aubrey, so we leave her all alone and take Basil to get help. While he rests, the boys go get dinner at Kel's house. Everyone is having a great time, and for the first time in the game, there wasn't a surprise visit from the Grim Reaper. Kel and Hero think that it would be way more fun to have one last sleepover at Sunny's place. And this part right here, man, Sunny needed this. Fuck, I needed this as a player. And a bombshell of lore dropped on us. Yeah, I don't know why that right there connected the dots for me. We all fall asleep, and then we get into some self-yaoi type of situation. I really thought they were about a kiss. The dream space is a lot different though. Omori is completely alone. The weird part was it didn't feel creepy. But that not creepy thing didn't last long. Mari. Steady your heartbeat. Don't be afraid. It's not as scary as you think. Yeah. I lied. That was actually amazing. Conquering our fear of drowning, Mari takes us across the ocean where she's ready to say goodbye. Mari. Whoa, she's black and white like us. She's black and... The vortex left behind takes us to rock bottom. And the best part of the game comes. We get to explore a casino and play slots. I lost everything. Oh, and we met Kel here. Aubrey's being held as a slave in the 5th floor, so it's our job to save her. Aubrey literally sold herself to the big boss with the contract. Matter of fact, everyone did. Hero was so good at his job, he couldn't leave unless we defeated the man holding him captive. The fight was actually pretty easy. It was almost too easy. Oh shit! What? He just killed Mr. Jackson! Oh. Holy smokes! Pluto! I don't even want to know how this guy got Pluto to sign his soul away, but he did all of that just for me to beat him first try. It was honestly heartbreaking, although he wasn't gonna give up just yet. Of power! When I flex, I feel my best. All right. And finally, the gang was back together and no one was being held captive. We do a little walking and run into this guy, Humphrey the whale. But be warned, he may look like a nice guy, but he's anything but. You'll see. He lets us orally inject ourselves inside him, and for some reason, I got massive Undertale vibes from this. Long story short, Sweetheart is here looking for one of 3 witches to help create a perfect clone of herself. Unfortunately, each time we're about to get close, something catastrophic happens. Eventually, we catch Sweetheart, but she throws all the responsibility of payment on us. And since we're completely broke, we had to fight all types of urges that may have appeared during this boss fight. I mean, dang. I couldn't stay focused until I saw the hentai squids. Then, right when I thought I finally won, Humphrey gets hungry and eats everyone, including us. Fuck you, Humphrey. There's multiple phases to this guy. It felt endless. It took me so long to beat him and I didn't even lose. That was just the normal length of the fight. We're immediately put into a river of blood to hear the hard truth about ourselves, telling us in order to proceed, we need to find the keys, aka complete the hangman puzzle we've been doing up until this point. I quickly got that sorted and entered the endgame. It was the complete opposite of rainbows and sunshine. From this point on, the game is constantly in this pain and agony simulator. Just look for yourself. Oh. Wow. He's surrounded by those flowers. I'll be in your dreams. What? We enter the black rooms. Here, Omori goes through a plethora of doors, putting him in weird scenarios to try and force him to remember the pain. But don't worry, it only gets worse when we enter the red room. We meet Basil again, except this time, I wouldn't really say he's our friend. Omori kills Basil with his own 2 hands and proceeds to do this after. Just weird shit. I mean, I wish it stuck to the yaoi thing. Omori wakes up and hears the piano playing, where he sees Mari playing just like he remembered it. It was calming and very appreciated after whatever the fuck just happened. Hiro, Kel, and Omori hear that Aubrey's in serious need of help, so they go to her house, which really explained her personality change, and try their best to help her with her problems. She finally lets loose and says everything that's on her mind. I mean, from her point of view, we were the monsters. Thankfully, we were all able to talk it through, and for one final time, the gang was back together. They start to worry about Basil and go check on him. The poor guy has been stuck in his room all day. Unsure of what was happening, everyone decided it was best to stay. Cause you know, the best way to make someone feel better is to stay in their living room and have a fun time without them. Obviously, I know that's not what happened, but I'm just saying, that's pretty much what happened. Everyone falls asleep, leaving us back into the white space. Honestly, it was nice seeing this place after being in what might literally be the hell of this game. But this time, there is no happy adventure waiting for us. Omori has to work through his troubles one more time, the hardest he's pushed yet. But before we continue, if you feel uncomfortable with topics of suicide, please click off. Omori even works past the sight of her sister's death. See, here I thought we were in the end game. Okay, nice. Omori is learning to accept it. But no, I was a fool for thinking that way. Like I haven't learned my lesson trusting this fucking game. We finally see the photo that Basil saw at the beginning. Or at least I thought we did. Cause apparently it's not just one. And it's our job to put the pieces together like a story. Except this story has a very dark ending. Sunny was the one who killed Mari, pushing her down the stairs from the argument of a musical recital they were supposed to do together. Ashamed, scared, and in a panic, he ties her onto a tree to make it seem like she did it herself. This moment right here solidified this game in my top 10. The build up to this was perfect and fucking terrifying. This image genuinely kept me up at night. When we wake up from this nightmare, Sunny goes to check on Basil. Everything that Basil kept inside was poured out. You can literally see his anguish. A fight breaks out and there's no talking out of it. I tried. I really did. But Basil got the best of us and ripped my eye out. The amount of shit that happens in this last act is so overwhelming. We lost the fight, causing us to get knocked out, and we go into the dreamscape, but we aren't Omori. This is no longer just a fun forget about my problem space. It's now a time to finally overcome everything and push through this painful feeling. We find the broken violin that was there on that fateful day. We embark on one last trip down memory lane, going down each happy memory of when the group photos were taken, slowly rebuilding the broken violin until we completely restore it. And now, there's just one last thing to do. Sunny then faces one last obstacle, himself. This fight was genuinely a masterpiece. I really can't portray the magic of this. You have to play this game to feel it. And then we woke up, one eye gone, one friend group left to confess to. Man, this game was damn near perfect. May God bless you all. Be safe.